everyone, my name is Sia Sharma. I'm studying in 7th class in Edify School Tirupati. And during this coronavirus pandemic, I want to tell you all a little about viruses. Viruses are everywhere. Viruses can be found on any part of the planet. They can be found in land, in water, deserts, ice caps, cities, and even on our furniture. There are billions of viruses around us and even more inside us. In fact, we inhale over 1,000 viruses every second, but most of these are not harmful. Viruses are especially small. If we take the size of a red blood cell as this, then comparatively, this would approximately be the size of a bacteria, and this would be the size of a virus. There are viruses which are actually even smaller than this, and since the viruses are so small, we can't see them in a normal microscope. We need something more powerful than a normal microscope to see viruses, such as an electron microscope. Here are some images of the viruses inside an electron microscope. This is the HIV virus, and this is the coronavirus. A question that many people ask is a virus alive? A virus is not exactly alive, but it's not dead either. It's something that we can call pseudo-alive or partially alive. But basically, this all just depends on how you define life. There is certain criteria that divides things into living and non-living to perform metabolism or to gain energy from food, complex cell growth, cell composition or what is inside the cell, and its response to stimuli. As we can see here, animal cells, plant cells, and bacteria all follow this criteria, but a virus does not. Actually, there's one more criteria here, which is replication. And a virus does replicate, but it replicates only when it is in contact with another cell. However, animal cells, plant cells, and bacteria, they can replicate freely. Now let's look at the structure of the virus. A virus is simply just a nucleic acid contained within a protein called capsid or nucleocapsid. Different viruses have different types of nucleic acids like single-stranded DNA or RNA or double-stranded DNA or RNA. And the capsid in which the nucleic acid is enclosed is icosahedral chain, meaning that it has 20 faces. Some viruses have a membrane which surrounds the capsid, and this is called as envelope. The envelope is made of a lipid bilayer, which is similar to the plasma membrane of animal cells and plant cells. On top of the envelope, we have surface proteins or spike proteins, and these are especially important as we will see in a second. And since this virus has an envelope surrounding the capsid, this is called an envelope virus, and this is a non-envelope virus. Now let's look at how a virus actually enters the cell. Cells have receptors on their surface, and viruses have spike proteins. So basically, the virus's spike proteins binds with the receptors on the cell surface, and then the cell takes it inside. The same we can see here happening with the non-envelope virus. So since different cells have different receptors and different viruses have different spike proteins, this is the reason why many viruses attack only particular types of cells. Now the coronavirus. The novel coronavirus, which is causing this pandemic right now, is also called severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2 or SARS-CoV-2. SARS-CoV-2 is in a family of coronaviruses which include the SARS-CoV-1 and the MERS-CoV. The disease name is actually COVID-19 or coronavirus disease 19 because it was discovered in 2019, and it is a disease which attacks the respiratory tract. Now, if we look at the structure of the coronavirus, here we have the nucleic acid, which is RNA, and along with the nucleocapsid protein. Surrounding that, we have the envelope, and on top of the envelope, the spike proteins. Along with the spike proteins, coronavirus also has hemagglutinin esterase or HE and this helps to destroy certain receptors on the cell surface. This receptor is also found in the influenza virus. Now, how does COVID 19 actually infect us? COVID 19 affects the alveoli, which are tiny air sacs at the end of bronchi in our lungs, and these help in gas exchange. So, this is a healthy alveoli right here. In the alveoli, we have cells like the type 1 and type 2 cells. The type 1 cell which helps in gas exchange, and the type 2 cell which helps to reduce surface pressure. But we don't need to go into detail about them. The alveoli has a blood vessel surrounding it, which is called the capillary. So basically, oxygen enters the lungs into the alveoli here. It passes the type 1 cells into the bloodstream. And the blood cells, they release carbon dioxide, which is then released from the body when we exhale. Now, when COVID 19 affects the alveoli, as seen here, the immune system immediately knows that our body has been infected, and it sends immune cells at the site of infection called macrophages to try to kill the virus. These macrophages release certain chemicals called cytokines. Cytokines are the chemicals through which cells communicate to each other. And in this case, the cytokines, they tell the immune system to bring more immune cells into the site of infection. As we can see here, if fluid starts accumulating inside the alveoli and the gas exchange is hindered. And since the coronavirus has killed many type 1 cells and type 2 cells, the gas exchange is even more reduced. During this stage, we experience symptoms like cough, cold, and shortness of breath. Now, if we look at the severe cases of the coronavirus, here the fluid has completely filled the alveoli. Since many type 1 and type 2 cells have died and are infected, a scar tissue forms over here, and the gas exchange is greatly hindered or even stops. Many immune cells have also died trying to kill the virus, and because of this, many bacteria can also enter the body. The bacteria, which usually the immune system could take care of, they can enter the body and they can cause diseases which are even life threatening. During this period, since gas exchange is almost not at all possible, the patient survives on ventilators. So this is all that I want to tell you guys today. I hope that this video helped you to understand a little more about viruses and the coronavirus. So stay safe and stay healthy. Feel free to comment down below, and thank you very much.